So important markers, telling a dog, having a marker that tells the dog that they did something right, that the dog something wrong, did something that maybe can be fixed, and a release cue, meaning that they're free from work, and then cues kind of telling the dog the start and stop of a session. So a yes marker is super important. That's indicating to the dog that they did something correct. And that's something that we want supercharged, where the dog understands when I hear this, it's always going to be followed up by some sort of food reward or toy or praise or play. But it's basically a promise to the dog that I say this, I'm giving you that. So, Hunter, sit. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. So making sure I'm saying the verbal first. So I asked him to do a sit. He went into a sit. The moment his butt touched the ground, that's when I'm saying the yes marker, the marker indicating that he did something right. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not reaching into the pouch and saying the marker at the same time. Hunter, sit. Yes. Good job. Good job. Sit. Yes. Marker is basically telling the dog that, hey, you're not doing the right thing, but you can go back into the right thing. So what I mean by that is if I put him into a sit and then I maybe throw a treat, he's still expected to hold that sit. So if he were to break to follow the treat, I would say and then I would put him back into the general area that he was before. So I'm just going to see if I can demonstrate that. Good boy. Sit. Come here. Sit. Good. And usually if I have to help the dog, I like running it back, where we did that once. Sit. Good. So I want to see if the dog learned something by running it back again. So I'm going to throw another treat, see if he goes after it. So I had to use the leash a little less that time. Sit. But he's understanding the concept of, hey, I'm telling you to do something. You have to stay in that position until you get released. So I'm tossing another treat. He doesn't go after it. He just looks at it. So I'm going to release him to go after it. Sit. Good. Okay. So release means, hey, you can go get the thing. And again, if I were to immediately, the moment that he popped out of that, say and crank on the leash, again, something's getting overshadowed and he's not really having the opportunity to come to that learning moment by himself. I need to show restraint in order to get the treat. I want to give him some freedom, but not enough where he's able to make the mistake. Come here, Hunter. Good boy. Sit. Yes. Oh, you're so good. So another verbal command that I like to do is I like yes means from my hand. Get it or find it is something from the ground. So I like kind of alternating between the two so that the dog understands the game. Hunter, get it. Yes. Good job. Good job, man. And again, I'm a trainer and I'm going to my treat pouch without even thinking. So it's something that you guys really have to be on top of in your head. Hunter. Sit. Yes. Hunter, get it. Yes. Get it. Yes. Get it. Yes. Good job. So if I put him into a sit, under sit, I can use the leash to help a little bit, upwards pressure. So he's in the sit. When I'm telling him he's allowed to get out of the sit, that's the release cue. So that would be, okay. And I make it really obvious to the dog. If they don't understand the release, I make sure to physically move my body. But I want to make it obvious to the dog, okay, we're out of work. And the release cue is super important because a lot of people don't use one. They'll put their dog into a position and the dog just randomly gets up or moves. And that's because you're not offering the clarity, hey, I tell you to do something, you need to stay in that position until we're done. The start of a session, I always like to say, are you ready? Are you ready? Just getting the dog excited, getting the dog with me. Okay. And then when we're done with the session, I'm saying, all done, and I'm not re-engaging with the dog. So that's basically some of the basics that I usually like to offer. Those are some of the basics that I like to do with the dog, especially when first starting out, because this is the foundation to everything. So if your dog doesn't understand markers, then it's really impossible to consistently reward correct behavior and get more of that correct behavior, because the dog needs to understand when they're doing something right, when they're doing something wrong, and that they have to look to their owner for feedback on those type of